Well, we're at the Chestoa Overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway in western North Carolina. It's August the 21st, 2014. About 15 minutes till 10 a.m. Beautiful morning, nice and cool here. I'd say mid-60s, nice cool breeze. This is one of my favorite places to drive up here. It's a high elevation, and I can talk to people all over the area on my little 2-meter ham radio antenna from here. And so I just drove up here by myself this morning. I've got a 5/8 wave mag mount on the top of my little Chevy Spark, and that thing gets quite a bit of range from a high elevation. Don't need much of an antenna or much of a radio when you're up this high. So thought I'd walk around a little bit, look at the Overlook. This is one of my favorite places on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Just come up here and enjoy the fresh mountain air, the cool breeze, and just the solitude of nature. I love it. This is so relaxing to your soul and spirit to come here. This trail goes for 6 miles, it says, down the mountain. Never walked that far. I've walked quite a ways on it, and it's very beautiful all along the way. Let's go down and look at the Chestoa view. Through history, there have been reports of people falling off of this thing and losing their lives. A murder took place here. A man supposedly threw his fiancée off, killed her several years ago. He claimed it was an accident. It's so beautiful here. My wife doesn't like high places, and she doesn't like to come here because it's very it frightens her. But there's something solitude here that I really enjoy. This is beautiful. Chestoa view. I think that there's a legend that Chestoa was a Cherokee Indian maiden, and this was named after her. Okay, we're standing right at the Overlook now, and you can look way down in the valley. Late August day, morning. Very pleasant to be here. Wouldn't want to be here in the winter. I've driven up here in the winter and talk on my radio. One of the last times I talked to Dennis, I was up here right before a big snowstorm. As I got back to my car, the park ranger came and said that they were closing the parkway. I need to get off as soon as possible. just want to always remember this place. What a thrill to be back to visit again. Down there, see a farm or something way down there. See if I can zoom in on it. I don't know, I can't see, the sun's so bright that can't see what you're filming really. Well, it's enough. Well, I'm sitting in the car here at Chestoa View, and according to the GPS, we are at an elevation of 4,118 feet here, and that's fairly accurate. I love to come here and talk on my little 2-meter radio. Let's see here. I right now am have the radio on the, that's the green, that repeater is located at Level Cross near where Richard Petty lives in Randolph County. And here we are in western North Carolina, and due to this high elevation we can make contact with that. So let me see if I can get somebody on this repeater. This is N4LBW Mobile. Does anyone out there have a copy? N4LBW Mobile in western North Carolina up on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Does anyone copy? Well, it's full, receiving the repeater full scale. Just probably nobody around the radio this time of day. N4LBW. Anybody out there got a copy? Just checking to see if anyone can copy me on the 2 meters here from atop the Blue Ridge Mountains in western North Carolina.
Go ahead, LBW, W4FOI, Greensboro, North Carolina, your friendly station.
Well, hello, Foy. I believe that's who it is there. Yeah, man, you sounding good, and I'm way away from the repeater. I'm up on the Blue Ridge Parkway up here in western North Carolina. Good to make it back from Mexico and be able to talk on a real radio for a change.
Roger. What kind of radio you got?
It's a Kenwood Mobile. What is it? The TM 271, I think it is. It's just a regular mobile radio.
Yeah, what town you next to up there?
Spruce Pine. The closest town is Spruce Pine.
It's up there in the mountains then.
Roger on that. I'd say we're a good 200 miles from the repeater.
Right. Yeah. Well, I've heard several people come out of there before and done a pretty good job. Go ahead.
Roger on that. Yeah, this is an excellent repeater. That's the reason I always try to get into it when I'm up here. Yeah, I drove up here on this Overlook. I'm at the Chestoa Overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway. And I always like to come up here and talk because I can hit just about any repeater I want to from here.
Yeah, do you talk to Beckley and Charleston, West Virginia, places like that? Go ahead.
Well, I have in years past, but I haven't recently. Mainly I'm concerned with the the Piedmont. I lived in Rockingham County for about 30-some years, and I like to talk down in that area, near Eden, Reidsville, and western North Carolina. Those are the main repeaters because that's where most of my friends are located. Oh
yeah, I know a lot of those guys up there. Where are you living now?
Well, we're living way down in central Mexico. We've been down there about 3 years off and on. And I believe I talked to you, this repeater was connected to Echolink here a month or so ago. I was down in Mexico and I talked to you on the Echolink, over.
Yeah, well, I didn't connect you with that. My memory's getting bad. Well, that's good. Really good. I guess y'all spend your week's vacation sitting up there on top of the mountain, man.
Well, we had to go down to Eden Monday and Tuesday and visited some people down there. And then we drove back up Tuesday night. And we've been visiting with my daughter in Bakersville. And I got a son that lives in Avery County. And I got a brother and sister that lives in Marion. And I got cousins all around this area. So I've been trying to visit all of them since I've been here.
Well, sounds like you got some wheel turning to get to different places. What you do, rent a car and visit your folks?
Well, I'll just, that's the preferable way to do it, the way we did it last couple years. But I drove up here this year trying to save money. I got a little bitty Chevy Spark, and it's real good on gas. But if we get back home this time, I believe the next time I'm going to fly and rent a car. It's a whole lot easier on your body there.
Yeah. Well, I would say if you drove from Mexico up here, you put a few miles under you. But I guess that's an easier way to do it sometimes. And say that Spark is a pretty good automobile.
Well, I've had it about 3 years now. So far, so good. No problems with it. It's been a good one. And it gets excellent gas mileage. The only problem is so small. You need more room when you're traveling. But we just make do. We learn to make do. And but if I had my preferences, I'd have me a big Lincoln or something. But that's beyond my price range, so I have to make do with what I got. Well, Foy, I won't hold it up. I won't keep it tied up. I just wanted to see if I could make it back to Greensboro. And I've demonstrated that we can do it from here. And I want to say best 73s to you. If you hear any of my buddies down there, you tell them I said hello. And we're going to be here probably head back next Tuesday. So we'll be up in the mountains until then. You take care. Have a good day. Best 73s. And I've enjoyed it. Thanks so much for coming back to me. This is N4LBW Mobile up on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I'll be clear.
All right. Well, you take care of yourself. I hope the good Lord blesses you with it extremely well. And you have a good trip up here visiting North Carolina. Keep a pep in your step. Joy in your heart, peace in your mind. May the good Lord bless. This is your friendly station, W4FOY. And maybe we'll catch you later from Mexico on the Echo Link.
Roger, roger, for. Okay, KK4 PDX, I believe it was. This is November 4 Lima Bravo Whiskey. And I'm on the Blue Ridge Parkway up here in western North Carolina, near the town of Spruce Pine. I'm at the Chestoa Overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I'm just wondering how I'm getting into the repeater. Oh.
Well, for the most part, you're coming in pretty good. There was a little bit of, came in a little choppy there at the beginning, but of course I'm right here. I'm coming on to 421 off of 16 heading to work, so, but you're coming in the repeater pretty dang.
Okay, fine business there. Well, name is Gary here, and I believe this is the Wilkesboro repeater, isn't it? You can tell me where it is and where you're located.
421, 421, 16 heading to work. 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 421, 16 is the Wilkesboro Repeater, and Gary, my name is Brandon, and I'm actually currently on 421 passing over Highway 268 in Wilkesboro.
Okay, fine business. Well, it's the repeater's doing a real good job. You're doing fine, and I'm just sitting up here on the parkway, and I just wanted to see if I could get back down that way. And looks like this is a good location to hit most any repeater you want to. Well, you have a nice day, and thank you so much for coming back to me, Brandon. And I'm going to go over to the used to be Roaring Gap 82 and see what I can do on that one. You take care. We'll talk to you later. Best 73s. This is N4LBW, and I'll be clear.
Well, 73s to you too, Gary. You have a nice day, and I'm kind of envious because you're at the Parkway and I'm heading to work, but Papa Golf Hotel, clearing on out.
Degrees.
This is N4LBW Mobile on the Blue Ridge Parkway in western North Carolina. Does anyone out there have a copy?
Jammed in there. Whiskey Hotel 6, Lima Echo.
Whiskey Hotel 6, Lima Echo. This is N4LBW. Name is Gary, Golf Alpha Romeo Yankee Gary. And I'm at the Chestoa View on the Blue Ridge Parkway near Spruce Pine. So how you copying me today?
Perfect copy, Gary. I'm down here in Charlotte, North Carolina. A good copy on this Wilkesboro repeater. I just wanted to stop in and let you know you're really booming out. You're hitting it real good. And I'm pulling into a store right now, so I'm going to have to QRT. But good talking to you, and keep it up, buddy. W86LE clear.
Okay, fine business from Charlotte, North Carolina. Well, I'll let you get your business taken care of there. Thanks so much for coming back to me. I just drove up here today and enjoying the radio and the beautiful weather. You take care. This is N4LBW, and I'll be standing by.
W86LE 73 clear. Yeah, I know it. That's just what the wife said. Mine, I don't let the ink dry good on it.
Oh, that's the Wilmington repeater feeding in. That's all the way from Wilmington.
Yeah, I used to work in a magic shop at Myrtle Beach and learned all these, tricks to do with money and things. And if you ever get a hold of a brand new bill, I mean new.
Well, I better not talk on this one anymore because I don't have the...
This is WP4 PZA repeater, Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
I don't have the tone in to hit...
81 degrees outside at 10:17.
Don't have the tone in to hit Wilmington, so I'm not interfering with Wilmington. I'm just... It's not bringing up Wilmington.
Yeah, I sure did just print them. Look, it's still wet.
This is N4LBW. Does anyone out there copy?
Might have to remember that one. But I never got a hold of new money either.
Nothing heard. N4LBW clear.
One of my friends was in the graphics arts class. I wasn't in it, but I used to like to go watch that.
Okay, this is the Mount Metro repeater. Let's see if we can raise anyone on that.
D4Z up in Hendersonville. How about it, Rick? You out there this morning? KJ4TL.
Rick in Hendersonville. This is N4LBW Mobile on the Blue Ridge Parkway near Spruce Pine. How do you copy?
Hey, you're coming in good. We're down here in Columbia, Rick's old hometown. I'm down here in Casey, South Carolina. Thought I'd see if I could raise him this morning while I could hear the repeater a little bit.
You go right ahead and call, and I'll stand by. This is N4LBW.
Oh, that's okay. He's probably not out there. He's probably over on 40 meters stalking on the South Cars net. I'll catch you later, bud, but I appreciate you coming back to me. Name down here is John. Call KJ4 Tango Lima.
Okay, John. What city did you say you're located in?
It's a little town called Casey, C-A-Y-C-E. I'm just across the river from Columbia.
Okay, across the river from Columbia, South Carolina. Well, that's way on down the road from here. If you know where the Blue Ridge Parkway near Spruce Pine, we're on the Chestoa Overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway. So, my goodness, I bet we're close to 200 miles apart, over.
Yeah, and I'm losing the repeater. But yeah, you're coming in real good. This repeater allows us to... That thing has quite a footprint when it's open. Usually at night I get in better than I can in the morning. But anyway, 7-3 before I lose you. You have a good day up there. JJ4TL.
7-3s, and thanks for the contact. This is N4LBW up here in Mitchell County. I'll be standing by. Well, he was near Columbia, South Carolina, the capital of Columbia, which is, I don't know how far, but by the way the crow flies, it's got to be close to 200 miles. So 2 meters does an excellent job when you're on top of a mountain. Well, I've enjoyed my stay up here at Chestoa View. I think I'll just say 73s for now and head on back down the mountain and see what the rest of the family's up to. It's N4LBW, shutting her down. Well, we're at the Bear Den Overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway. They named this Bear Den because when they were building the parkway many years ago, there was a bunch of bears that were living right up on, they had a den right up on top of that rock, and they named it the Bear Den Overlook. And from here you can see the panorama for many miles, the beautiful mountains. It's beautiful. I love these mountains. Never get enough of them. The air is just so clean and crisp. And you can see forever up here. Right there, you can see Mount Mitchell. See if I can zoom in. I don't know if you can see it or not, but Mount Mitchell's right over there. And the screen is so, I mean the sun is so bright you can't see what you're filming out here. That's one thing I don't like about these cameras that don't have a viewfinder. The old cameras, you had a viewfinder and you could see what you were looking at. I mean what you were filming. Oh, that breeze feels heavenly. Hear an old crow call? Didn't think I'd ever drive that little thing that far. About 2,000 miles up here from where we live. But the way the crow flies, it's about 1,600 miles, but the way you have to drive, it's over 2,000 miles. Well, get in the car and head back down the mountain.